Ophira, first of all, hi, how are you?
Hi.
It's always so exciting anytime that we get to talk because I feel like I learned so much new information every time I speak with you. So I'm gonna go right ahead and just get to it. 2025. What are the stars telling us about 2025?
Well, the stars are really showing exactly what you would expect in the middle of a decade. This is a really transitional year. We have named it the year of the divine pendulum because it's like the planets are doing this interesting pendulum swing into new signs, some of which they haven't even been in since the 1800s, and showing us a sneak preview of what the rest of the decade is going to look like, which hint is going to be very different than the first half.
Can you elaborate?
Well, we've been getting clues. We've been getting clues in the first half of the decade with AI and all the technology advances. There have also been a lot of advances in healing modalities like psilocybin and those kind of things, alternative therapies, people living longer through both reconnecting to nature and plants and new rapid paced innovations. So that's what we're going to really see a lot of this year.
Yeah, for people who, it's always interesting when you talk about astrology because I feel like you have two camps. You have people who do not buy it at all, and then you have other people who just live by it. So
Yeah,
for the people in the middle, let's just say,
right.
what exactly is astrology and how can we use it in our everyday lives?
I'm so glad you asked that because it's true. People do tend to get really polarized into like fervent believers or fervent deniers. And it's actually a really useful tool for day-to-day life. I think of it more like checking the weather. We are influenced by gravitational forces and energies of the planets, the moon, the tides. So it's like a cosmic weather vane or GPS. Um, Modern astrology is mapping the movements of the planets in relation to us on Earth. It's actually measured by NASA astronomical data. And each planet represents a different facet of life. So you can track its movements through the sky and see which part of our lives will be influenced.
And then how can we use astrology to get through the year, to get through our everyday, to get through this thing called life?
This thing,
And should we use it? And should we use it?
I mean, you certainly can. I recommend it. I stumbled on it accidentally when I was 21 and, started experimenting with it just to test, as a college student thinking, all right, I could use all the extra help I can get making decisions. Let me take this for a test drive. And, that was over 30 years ago. And I was shocked by how it would give me little bits of little help making decisions. The average adult has been shown to make over 35,000 decisions a day. That's an actual statistic. So we need all the help we can get. And based on your birthday, if you're born in a certain, in a 30-day period, you have a zodiac sign. Mine is Sagittarius, yours is Pisces, and you will feel different influences from the planets at different times of year. So I say it's not a should, but why not? Why not try something that can make your life easier? We need all the help we can get. I call it spiritual technology.
I'll take it. I will take all the spiritual technology I can get. Also, I feel like with the different generations, like millennials, Gen Z, more and more people are looking to the stars. It feels like that from my point of view. From your
Oh,
point of
yeah.
view, this is what you do for a living. What are you seeing?
Yeah, there was actually a study that came out. I think it was Yahoo Finance. It showed that 63% of Gen Z and millennials use astrology for making career choices. And over 90% of people know their zodiac sign and check their horoscope. So it's, as there are like five generations of people in the workforce, we're living longer, we're coexisting, and we come from such different generational backgrounds. I feel like astrology is this amazing common language that we could all tap into. We don't have too many of those anymore.
Okay, let's get into, you know what? I am here for the people to ask the questions that I know so many of them want answered. Should we go through the zodiac and tell everybody
Yes.
what's in store for their signs? And like so, and also because this is all based on the stars, like I guess how do you come up with this? How do you
Yeah.
come up with your predictions?
You can actually map the where a planet is in relation to each zodiac sign. Every year we write a big book. This is our 14th year writing a yearly guide with predictions for every zodiac sign. But I have crystallized it down to a single prompt, a single tip for everyone. But yeah, a lot of looking at things. But I look at where the planets are, and so it can be tracked, it can be mapped. So let's go through the zodiac.
Let's
And
get into it. Okay, so should we start with Capricorn?
we can,
Because we're in Capricorn right now.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Capricorn is actually the 10th sign. The astrology begins with Aries, but you know what? They always get to go first. Let's give
Okay.
someone else a turn.
Perfect.
So, Capricorn, your job in 2025 is simplify things, and then grow from there. So, it's been very complicated for 16 years for Capricorn. They're finally free. So, you do you. Aquarius, which is the next sign, you get to venture into the unknown. For the next 20 years, you have Pluto in your sign. So it's
What does
Aquarians
that
are going to
mean?
lead us, they are going to lead us all into the next era of humanity and civilization. So you got a big job if you're an Aquarius.
Selfishly, I need to know about Pisces because as you
Pisces,
know, I am a
yes.
Pisces, a proud Pisces.
Pisces, the last 2 years, you have been in cosmic boot camp. You've been working so hard, but in 2025, you're really going to reap the rewards of all that hard work. You've got one more year to push, but yeah, definitely you're going to see all that hard work paying off. Like you've been working out with a trainer, cosmically speaking. Now,
And that is
Aries,
also that is so on point. Can I just say, for
yeah.
me, what you said to me last year and then right now is it feels very on point.
Yeah. And I want the Pisces to know that because sometimes it feels like you're sacrificing and it's like this uphill battle that's not going anywhere. But trust me, it is. And you're going to start to really get rewarded for all your efforts.
Next up, we have
Mhm.
Aries. What's in store for all the Aries out there?
For Aries, this was a really wild year, 2024, with eclipses and everything in your sign. And so there was so much change and reinvention. And now in 2025, you get to put that into tangible form.
After Aries, we have Taurus. What do we
Yes.
got going on there?
So, Taurus, you get to make some money this year. You created some new ideas in early 2024. You started building them into something, and then, yeah, monetize those ideas, start spreading the word about them, and some interesting people are going to be coming into your life. Some power players. Yeah.
Then after Taurus, do we have
We
Gemini?
have Gemini.
Okay.
Gemini, yeah, Gemini's may be the luckiest of all signs this year. They have Jupiter, well, Gemini and Cancer. For the first half of the year, Jupiter, the planet of luck and growth, is in Gemini. So it's the start of a brand new 12-year chapter of your life. So embrace the new, go on a self-discovery quest, try some new things. Luckily, Geminis like to do that.
What about Cancer?
So, Cancer, the first half of the year is a little bit of almost like a cosmic sabbatical. Things might feel like they're not really coming together. They are, though, but you're going to have to like loosen your crab claw grip a little bit and just let things flow. And then in the second half of the year, starting June 9th, you get Jupiter in your sign. So, you become the lucky recipient of a new 12-year chapter. So just release and let go of things that you don't want to bring into that new chapter in the first half of the year.
What comes next? What's after Cancer?
Leo.
Oh,
Yeah. So Leos have had a lot of professional ups and downs and reinventing of themselves. And now you're going to start to really connect with communities and people that want what you're offering, want to hear your unique and creative and original ideas. So really think about investing in people and things that last. And then Virgo, the next sign. So, Virgo, you're going to be doing some deep inner work around figuring out who you are and your relationships. Virgos tend to give and sacrifice a lot, and you're going to be rebalancing those relationships and really letting yourself come out and shine.
It's so interesting when you're talking about this. I'm thinking about every friend or family member that I have, and like my Virgo best friend. I mean, this is where she's at in life right now. Like, no
Oh,
joke,
wow.
this is exactly where
Yeah.
she's at. Okay,
Okay.
next up, Libra. Is it Libra?
Libra. Yeah.
Okay, what's going on with my
Libra
Libra?
is next. Libras have like a fun love year, a romantic first half of the year, and Libras love love. But do be careful in March and April because Venus, your ruling planet, is going retrograde. So it's a time to kind of step back for all of us, but especially Libras, to reevaluate relationships that you're in. And it's a good year for kind of slowing down, doing some spiritual mindfulness work. Any opportunity to slow down for Libra is always welcome. They do not like to rush. So take it easy, but not don't fall asleep at the wheel.
Is it Sag next? Who's after Libra?
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Okay, what's going on with the Scorpios?
Yes, Scorpios, 2024 was kind of a weird year. It also for Scorpios felt like maybe things weren't really happening. A lot was just kind of, it was like you were in a slow cooker. It was all bubbling below the surface. So you also are going to be coming out in a big way, more in the second half of the year. So it's a good year for investing, buying property, working on building your wealth, building, fortifying your most important relationships. And then the second half of the year is like exciting travel, maybe launching a business, that kind of thing.
Awesome. Now we have Sagittarius.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
Sag
which will
for
be
the
the
Sag
last
stuff there.
one. Number 12. So Sagittarius this year is all about partnerships, which is funny because Sag is such an independent sign. We like to do everything ourselves, very DIY. But the old proverb that what if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together is the one for Sag is find those people who perfectly complement you and balance you out and team up for the win.
Ophira, can you just break it down for me? So, for example, the luckiest signs this year,
Mhm.
anybody who might experience the most change or growth, any overall themes you're seeing.
Yes. The luckiest signs this year, Gemini and Cancer. The signs that will experience most the signs that will experience the most change and growth will be Virgo and Aquarius. The signs that will have the luckiest career year will also be Virgo and Libra. And biggest relationship year, Sagittarius and Capricorn.
And then just because I am a Pisces, I have to ask the overall theme for Pisces.
Pisces is patience, patience with the process.
I am a very patient person.
Until you're not.
Until I am not. So you say, and you have a book about this. I mean, you do a book every single year for the last, what now this is 14 years.
Hmm.
You say plan by the planets. What do you
Yes.
mean? What do you mean by that?
Well, our ancient ancestors used to hunt and fish and move and settle according to the cycles of nature, the flooding of the Nile, the seasons. And even though technology has removed us from that, we are still as we're much more in tune with that than we may realize consciously. So you can follow the cycles of the new moon and the full moon or different planetary movements, eclipses, to make sure that you pick the most opportune times to do the things that matter to you, to get your goals, the biggest, to plant them in the most fertile soil to grow.
Always a fascinating conversation every time we talk. I love it. I'm so here for it.
I love it too. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to everybody. And
Happy New Year. May it be a fantastic 2025 for us all.
yes.